What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Your boy TheDreadMan is back. This is an episode of Sports Talk, and the NFL regular season is upon us. It's practically here. And as I'm making this video, it is a little bit after 3 a.m. on the East Coast. So we got a little bit under 10 hours, 9 hours, before regular season, is underway. Well, the first Sunday of football, if you don't count the Thursday night football game between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers, in which the Carolina Panthers lost by 1 point. Pretty disappointing if you're a Carolina Panthers fan. And that was a game that I actually did call wrong. But anyway, the whole reason for this video is I'm going to predict the records of every team for the 2016-2017 NFL regular season. And just to do it a little bit differently, well, I am going to try to run through all these teams as quickly as I can, but mainly I'm going to run through every single division and tell you which team is going to take the division and why I think so, and the wild card teams too. Oh yeah, and just a quick announcement or something before I get this underway. I'm gonna start a sports podcast soon, and I am looking for guys to help me with the podcast. So if you're interested in sports, hit me up, and we can make some magic with this podcast happen. We can get some viewers and everything. Anywho, took the liberty of writing a list. All right, now let's start with the NFC North. I got Chicago being 6-10. Minnesota being 8-8 because of the Teddy Bridgewater injury. I got Green Bay 12-4, and I got Detroit 7-9. So the NFC North, I think I think that the Green Bay Packers are going to run away with the NFC North. NFC South, I got the Atlanta Falcons being 7-9, Tampa Bay being 3-13, Carolina being 13-3, excluding that first loss, and I've got New Orleans being 6-10. The NFC South is not as strong a division as it used to be. I mean, it took a complete turnaround because for a while it was the Saints who was running the NFC South. From about 2007 to about 2010, they were pretty much running the NFC South. But yeah, I have Carolina taking the South, no problem. NFC East, Dallas 6-10, 7-9 if they're lucky. Washington Redskins 7-9. Yeah, probably pretty much more or less the same. They might. I think they're gonna do better than Dallas. Dallas is for sure. Philly 8-8. It's really a toss-up. I mean, it depends on who they're pretty much going up against. And I saw their schedule, and it didn't really look that bad. So they might be able to manage an 8-8 record. We'll see. New York Giants. I actually have them taking the NFC East with a 9-7 record, but we'll go ahead and see how that works out. But the NFC East was the worst team last year, or they were the worst division in football last year, which is something that we're not really used to, because usually every team in the NFC East comes away with at least an 8-8 record. But I mean, we'll see how that works out. Now for the NFC West, I got the LA Rams at 8-8 because they're switching to a new location, new stadium, and they got a few new players. So we'll see how that works out. I got Seattle with a 10-6 record this year. I mean, they could even possibly do 11-5, but we'll go ahead and see. San Francisco 49ers. I was going to put them at 9-7, but we don't know. I mean, it just depends on where the quarterback, who actually starts the quarterback this year. And I have Arizona being 11-5. I was going to put them at 12-4, but the Seahawks and the two games with the Seahawks are going to be very, very debatable, very close. So anyway, I have, as far as the NFC goes, I have Green Bay taking the North, Carolina taking the South, the New York Giants taking the East, and Arizona taking the West. And my two wild card teams are going to be Seattle and Philly. Let me know what you think about that. Now for the AFC. The AFC North, I've got Pittsburgh, my team, with an 11-5 record. I want to say 12-4. I want to be generous and say 12-4, but I'm going to go ahead and be fair. I have Pittsburgh being 11-5. Cincy being 10-6, Baltimore being 9-7, Cleveland 3-13. Defensively, the AFC North is probably the most stacked, division in football when it comes to defense. And those guys, I mean, every year they beat each other up. So it's really a tough division. If you like smash mouth football. Now for the AFC South, one of the weaker divisions in the NFL. Tennessee, I got them 4-12. Jacksonville 2-14, Indiana 8-8. They could possibly do 9-7, but we don't know. Andrew Luck might show up and show out this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they were to get 11-5 record, but I'm gonna go ahead and be on the safe side and say 8-8 because we don't know which Andrew Luck is gonna show up. In Houston, I actually got them 9-7 because Houston can be a very, very dangerous team. They got a pretty damn good receiving core. Their running game needs a little bit more, but look at what they did with no real consistent quarterback last year. They look at what they managed to do. So it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if they get a steady quarterback, well, they got Brock Osweiler now. But yeah, they could possibly take the AFC South. That's why I have them at 9-7. AFC East, Buffalo, they could do 8-8, but I'm going to be on the safe side and say 9-7. New England, I've got them at 12-4. A part of me wants to hate on them and say 11-5 or 10-6, but I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to, walk away with at least 11 games. I mean, they're going to be anywhere between 13-3 and 11-5. I'm going to go ahead and just say 12-4, just to be on the safe side. Not New Jersey, but yeah, the New York Jets, I got them being 6-10. Yeah, I mean, they're a bipolar team. In Miami, I've got them at 4-12. I mean, well, you could actually have them at 6-10, but like I said, I don't really think that much of them, so I'm going to go ahead and say 4-12. As usual, I mean, I expect the New England Patriots to run away with the AFC East, so I mean, it's not really that much of excitement there. AFC West, this is where it also gets interesting and kicks up. I have Denver being 10-6 this year. I have San Diego being 7-9. I got Oakland being 7-9, tying with them, and I have Kansas City at 8-8. The reason why I put them in 8-8 is because I mean, Alex Smith is damn good, but the thing is, I think that the injuries are going to bother them, and there's still a lot of holes in their defense. Basically, how Kansas City won their games last year was all offense. They were outscoring you. Their defense was not that good, and I had to look at their schedule, and they're going to go up against some, offenses who are just as tough as they are. That's why I'm going to put them at 8-8. You can go ahead and say 9-7 or 10-6. It wouldn't really surprise me, but yeah. But anywho, I have the Patriots taking the AFC East, Pittsburgh taking the AFC North, Houston taking the AFC South, and Denver taking the AFC West. And for my wildcard team for the AFC, I've got Cincy and Baltimore. And you possibly could put Kansas City in there for the wild card race. I mean, in the hunt for the wild card race. But the AFC's wild card is going to be a little bit tougher to judge than the NFC's wild card. I mean, like, at least that's just me. It's cut and dry for the NFC. But like I said, the NFL season is unpredictable, and you really don't know who's going to show up and who's not. But anyway, that's who I've got for my season predictions. You guys let me know who your team is in the comments. Let me know what you think their record is going to be. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another video very soon. Peace.